Well, we were here for listen. We missed last week, but we wanted you to enjoy the barbecue. But this week we back, and we're gonna be hot like a damn grill. Welcome to the Black Super Friends podcast.
Fool me, cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah, either way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow.
Yeah, y'all singing the anthem. I get it. What's up? Welcome to another episode of the Black Super Friends podcast. Tonight I will serve as the host for most of the night before I pass the baton off to Chris or Mario. I'm gonna start checking out, and so I don't want y'all to catch me here asleep online. But hey, after an action-packed weekend, after having 1 week off, we are back, and I must say, man, I'm tired. I know y'all wanted me to say I miss y'all. No, I'm so goddamn tired that I'm gonna have to really push it, man. But we got so much to talk about that I know it's gonna be a good night. And when Chris produced some let me see some topics, and then we seen some trending videos this week. I said it seemed to be right up the alley for a good damn show. Hey, Miss Hartfield. Hey, Shelley Singleton. Thank y'all for joining us this afternoon. Let me hop right in. I'm gonna start off with recent and local news, which we don't do on the Black Super Friends often, but to bring everybody up to speed, in the city of Riviera Beach, one of the last predominantly black oceanfront cities in the world, especially in the United States, we had a controversial month. And inside that month, I am a part of some of the confusion. However, in this African American majority city, somehow we have prejudice, discrimination, and racism that is becoming to be blatant. Some will say that, one of the factors is the new residents that are moving to Florida. You know, some people will say these are the same people who have found some boldness. But at the same time, I always highlight that in our council, which is five council members, one mayor, it takes three votes to do anything. So, amongst the person that is the main subject of discussion for Singer Island, the representative, we started last week with a historic city hall meeting that lasted 8 hours and 49 minutes, breaking the previous record probably by, I think, 50 minutes, right? We had historic attendance. We had both rooms filled at our convention center. We had people outside. We had record live video watching people from Atlanta to Texas that called to check in. So one thing I will say, once they wake up, it's time to make up. And we had a weekend full of protests after all that chaos in that meeting. They're filing a petition to do a recall. A recall is a petition that voters sign to remove somebody for office for various reasons. So I don't know if you guys ever, are familiar with that process, but with all that we have going on in y'all hometown, because y'all from Riviera, just wanted to make sure we mention that. Uh, to see the attendance that we had at City Hall was a dream to me. To see the people get involved was a dream to me, and to see that this weekend is just a different vibe. Sometimes it takes something happening to wake people up and put some perspective on the city. So you know what? I'm gonna shake it up first. I'm gonna go to Zay the ladies man. Wake up, Zay. What you think?
What's happening, guys? How y'all doing? How was y'all weekend?
Great.
All right. That's what's up. Just kind of speak on a little bit of what Horace was talking about. First, I'm one who believe in giving flowers. Horace, you did a damn good speech on hitting all the points as far as how we as the residents feel and are made to feel with the patrons, or sorry about that, with the business owners that we have. Some of our favorite spots actually showed us who they really were over nothing more than a gathering. They have gatherings, we turn a blind eye or we let them enjoy themselves. We have a gathering, and all of a sudden it's pandemonium and chaos, and not to mention pandemonium and chaos is racism involved. And it hurts is racism to the highest degree, because now when it's the leaders who are the catalyst of the racism, we have a problem. And I want to commend each and every person who came out to that city hall meeting. I was there. I was in attendance. That show of force, I want to say, don't let that be because you guys got angry one time. You need to make this consistent. You need to be in the know. A lot of information was spread that night, and if you didn't take notes, I suggest you go back to YouTube, look at that information, and write down on some of those points that we as the Black residents here of Riviera Beach need to highlight, and not only highlight but stand on. As my brother Mario would say, if y'all coming to just make noise, then count him out. But if you come to make change, then sign me up because I came to work. So I felt that, and you know, again, Horace, I want to give you your flowers because I felt like your speech was very impactful. It was knowledgeable as normal. You know, you gave people some of the things, and it's funny because people don't expect that from you. They have all these depictions of you, but they don't know that you are on top of that. You're probably one of the most knowledgeable young Black men that is in that circumference of people, council people, and you actually give aid to a lot of those guys that are on the board. So, and that's behind the scenes things that you don't get any kudos about. But I'm telling you that as your brother, I was proud to see you in action that night. I was proud to hear the people give you high fives and claps and cheers for your words that you spoke. And I just feel like us as Black residents of Revere Beach, we better, follow through and stand on every point that we addressed that night. That was it.
Cyber Jose, thank you for that. My brother was in attendance. 30 minutes he was rocking. Like, damn. I said, you see what I go through. 30 minutes in. I'm glad all y'all stayed in for 45 minutes. People were looking like, man, like, boy, how long this meeting is? I'm like, we just started. So
we took a dinner break and came back. That's how good it was on everything. Yeah, had to go back.
All right. So, thank you, man.
Cheers to you.
Mario.
I checked it out. Again, I concur with what Zay said. It was definitely some eloquent speakers up there. Some people was up there, ready to put their shoes on and go marching. I'm opposed to marching wholeheartedly. So, I could tell people who were beating the drum of let's make a lot of noise. But then some people was up there and they were saying some great facts. Like I was learning a lot, listening. But I talked to Zay and I talked to Tootie about it because I always talk. Or I talk to Horace about it because I want to always get another understanding, a deeper understanding of what's really going on. And he is knowledgeable on the politics on a higher level than me. So when you want to know something, you go to seek counsel. So I talked to him and he kind of gave me some backlines on some stuff. And then one thing I kept getting out of this, I was like, it's crazy because I seen everybody just devastated, hurt, flabbergasted, and mad up there. And then I said, well, damn, for 4 years, the same council people who've been telling you about these people been begging people to come out and vote, come to the city council meetings, vote these people out. And then they started begging and begging and begging for support, and they weren't getting none. Now, all of a sudden, once it affects you or lands on your fund or puts a damper on your shaking your booty, now everybody rushed to City Hall and they just pitchforks and all burning, ready to set the whole city on fire. When property taxes was going up, when the projects for the city was going out the window and they was giving them to their friends, when all the other stuff was going on, everybody was like, yeah, that's messed up. So what you say you're going on tonight? But it seemed to be crazy that when they threatened to shut down your free parties at the beach, because the beach is free. It's a Florida Meridian. The beach is our freest way of partying with our folks. Then we came. I'm happy we came, but I hope that this is just not one of those I'm mad, so I'm screaming things. And this is I'm awoke. I'm mad and I didn't know this was going on, and now I'm woke. So let me go and continue the progress of, like you said, getting the people out who don't need to be in there, who impede the progression of Riviera Beach, and getting people in there who really speak for us. So I'm just happy about that. But you know me, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm the most. I stay on the realistic side of things. I like to see action. So hopefully at the next meeting, we'll see half the people that was there. That lasted to 2 o'clock in the morning. I ain't never seen that many people talk in my life at a meeting in my 2 o'clock in the morning. Most of the people was under the age of 40. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You get half them people to come out and vote. Riviera's going in the right direction that we're supposed to be. So that's all I got to say about that, Chris.
Chris Leo, your hometown.
Uh, well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the situation, to be honest with you. I wasn't keeping up on it. When affairs of Rivera, especially in the politics realm, I just let you tell me what's going on, Horace. But I want to, I don't give men flowers. I will give you a steak for your your speech, man. I just say thank you for representing us, because I believe you may not went up there with that intention, but wherever you go, you carry the BSF brand with you. And I just wanted to say, I appreciate you representing us in that way. I appreciate the people coming out in large numbers. I understand that it may be for this particular reason, but whatever energy that gets the ball rolling, I'm in support of it. I just think that it's funny that now we're those people. You know what I'm saying? And we have to be there. We're in that age group, and to see our age group go out there and represent and let that voice be heard, I thought it was real dope. And I just want to keep on saying that, man. I appreciate you representing BSF, the brand, the nation, the squad in that manner, man. Your brother, man.
Whoa.
I just wanted to say, shout out to you, man. Shout out to every Riveran. I think that's how you say it. That came out in support, man. Let's just keep this momentum going. Let's keep this energy going. There's bigger things to fight for than twerking on the beach. But this is a start, and I look forward to seeing what comes out of it. I got family still in Riviera. I currently live in Orlando. Hopefully one day I'll be able to come back and buy some property and be let my voice be heard.
These are those key meetings where that happens.
Well, I tell you what, Chris. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I had some humility because I damn sure wanted to get at that mic and say, last year for a whole year, I was screaming the same thing, and then the ability to go out on the beach and shake a little tail was lost. So I kept it together. I did keep it together. The speech that I had was not the speech I had prepared, but everything was in perfect order. You know what I mean? I had some guys out there that said, "Bro, thank you for speaking. I didn't know you speak." And I was like, and most of them was like, bro, that was their first council meeting ever. You know what I mean? I'm like, I speak all the time. And then when I was announced outside as commissioner, people looked and surprised, and I was like, yeah, but look, like you said, it comes full circle, man. We getting a little bit older, and y'all starting to. There's Mario in Atlanta. Mario care about his property taxes. He care about his yard. So we grow, man. I love it. I love it. Next week we're gonna have a conversation that kind of lines up with this, or what we could have went into. I was watching a video where Gilly the kid was talking about Ross, and he was clowning him for, oh, you used to be a CEO, and now you out here buying land and buying cows and all that stuff. And I'm like, bro, we gotta have that real conversation. Like, we grown men now. Like, that is the dream.
Yeah.
And we not supposed to evolve. So I definitely put that on next week list. So I'm supposed to go to mental health, right? But I think that's going to be a heck of a topic. So I'm going to skip that to come back to it after this one. We took a major loss, right? As an artist, okay? Let me just put the disclaimer. As an artist, the singer-songwriter named Robert Kelly was sentenced to 30 years of jail time in cases which, on the federal level, he lost. I think it was sex trafficking, sexual. I don't even know what the charges was, but at that age, that brother got 30 years, which pretty much is almost a death sentence because he'll be getting out in his 70s at that point. So uh, I know I got some girl dads up here, and I know it was trending last week as far as him getting the sentences and people not taking it serious. You know, some people still concerned with the music. So I wanted to get y'all thoughts on that real quick before we go to some meat and potatoes tonight. Chris, I know Honey Love was one of your favorites. What did you think about R. Kelly doing 30 years?
Well, actually, it's not. It's not. I don't have a favorite R. Kelly song. I've never been an R. Kelly fan.
Shame on you.
That was before all the tragedy.
Don't ever say that again.
Shame on you.
I've said this before now. I believe that he's when he first came out, he was a rip off of Aaron Hall. Aaron Hall was a artist in a group called Guy. He never went bald. He shaved his hair and sounded like Aaron Hall when he first came out. I
Really?
can't deny that this man is a musical genius. I can't deny that. But at the same time, I've never been a fan. I should have picked another shirt. So,
Blame
I'm definitely. I think 30 years is excessive. I really, truly think 30 years is excessive. I think there was a lot of people that was complicit in this that hasn't been brought to justice. I don't see how you can get on a documentary and tell the story, a firsthand account of the story, and not be complicit in it. We just seen Jeffrey Epstein's wife get 20 years for being complicit in this. Where's the mothers? Where's the fathers? Where's the people that helped in doing this? But what I think is what I have a problem with is it turns into a money grab. I thought this was about justice, but as a father of a daughter, I thought this is supposed to be about justice. A lot of times these situations turn out to be money grabs for women, which I said over and over again on this show, which they're starting to weaponize women against men. We just seen in the news Vince McMahon had to pay off 20-some women, for things like that. So I think it's starting to be a money grab, and that's what turns me off to it. If it's about protecting women from sexual predators, I'm all for that, 100%. But I'm not for just getting a check for it and things like that. But I do believe that 30 is excessive. But that's not it. He still got cases. He could get more time on this. So hey, I don't have a feeling. I don't have a feeling either way. I say it like that.
Okay, let me get some background before I go to Mario. I wanted to do a reel this week, and I didn't get around to it. Jeffrey, and I want to lay this out. This true story. You can look it up. Jeffrey Epstein was the mascot in that sexual ring, which has a lot of superstar lists, right? The woman, Maxine, that just got sentenced is the actual culprit, right? And if you look up that whole case, she get it from her dad. Her dad was the one that started all of it, right? But you got to go and look that up. My only question on this reel was, I know R. Kelly as an artist. I don't know in person, but most entertainers have some secret dark, thing to them. The thing that bothers me about it, R. Kelly and his brother were molested by their sister, right? You're going to put this man in jail for 30 years. 30 years with no kind of mental health, no kind of treatment will produce a 75-year-old, still perverted, still sexually sick person. If he ain't end up knocking the plumbing out of the dudes in the damn jailhouse. I'm saying at some point, not saying he don't deserve jail, I'm saying where does the rehabilitation come in? Because the brother does have a problem. We knew about the Leah case, that was factual. We knew about the girl he peed on, he flew out the country.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Too.
But I'm saying in those 30 years, where will that brother get some help? Because hell, he's just gonna be in prison. But where is he gonna get the help he needs? Because he's also a victim. Most people that have been molested, or I'll say generally some people that are molested are the ones that end up molested. So where does he get his treatment? You know, I know he had a relationship with God, but that apparently ain't getting him nowhere. So I just want to add that backdrop. He got 30 years, but damn, what's next? Super Mario.
You know, this case has been intriguing to me. I got a daughter, and I'm a no nonsense kind of person. So if you did rape, have a racketeering ring of prostituting little girls, and if you did what they convicted you for, not guilty. If you actually did it, then 30 ain't enough. Give him 30 times 10 if he did it. The thing gets so touchy with me with this is on how you, and we know this about the court system, is how you place allegations on people and what you charge them for and how you word stuff, how you bring up stuff that, you know what I'm saying? Because you can, the same thing, me carrying a dime of weed across the tracks to the other side of town, that's trafficking if the right police officer pulled me over. And I can get the same thing as somebody who was carrying under an ounce. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we understand how the law play those word games, you know what I'm saying? But if he did it, I want him to get 300 years. But my thing is this. I still haven't seen the evidence that he did it to a little girl. And that's when it get touchy to me. And because I looked up the laws. In Georgia, 16 is legal. This is the law. See, it's not what I feel. I got a little girl, so I feel like, yeah, I don't want no 40-year-old man, 50-year-old man touching my 19-year-old daughter. I agree. But is it the law? And that's when it gets so crazy of you charge this man with racketeering and starting a criminal ring. He might have been a pervert. I'm agreeing with that. A pervert and sexual and all that. But this man ain't had no goddamn now he didn't go, he wasn't what you call it?
A criminal
Pedophile.
enterprise.
But trafficking little girls from state line. He was not doing it. And that's what he really got charged with. Trafficking, sex trafficking women from state line to state line, forcing them to perform acts. Bro, at the most he was dating, not trying to say it's wrong, but at the most he was dating little girls. All the rest of that stuff is blowed up. He was dating little girls and taking them on trips with him. Now, when you do all this other stuff right here, come on, bro. Then another thing too is I don't agree though with people who helped him should get some time. I don't agree. Because if you get caught with a brick, bitch, don't give me no time because I was with you. I didn't get caught.
I'm talking about the people that complicit with it, that helped him.
Right. So I help. If I helped you sell a brick, bitch, and I don't get caught, don't come give me no time because you got Chris. Catch me too. Like, so I'm saying if you won't charge me, give me my time. But I don't think just because he went down, you should say, well, shit, he was with blah, blah, and blah, blah, and blah. No, I don't, because that's the case. You got to keep that. That's a slippery slope you asked for.
I thought Chris was talking about the parents, because a lot of them parents kind of the parents were throwing them kids in a situation. They know what was going on, but they wanted them kids too.
But that's see what I'm saying. That's when you get into that hearsay thing, because it's like this: if Chris was a rapper, if I don't say Chris, you have the permission to rape my daughter, then I didn't give Chris the permission to rape my daughter. Now everybody else gonna say, well, you know who Chris was, you knew this, but that doesn't. I didn't say Chris raped my daughter. Mm-hmm. So you can't charge me because Chris raped my daughter. Chris raped my daughter. Chris going to jail for raping my daughter. That's what I'm saying. Like we got to stop. You see what I'm saying? Like that's the law. We can't go off feelings. We got to go off what did he actually do. So if the limo driver was driving girls to his house and dropping them off, he never said, "Hey, y'all go in there and get raped by R. Kelly." You see what I'm saying? And I just feel like, bro, give the time to the person who was doing it. That's who was doing it. And that's just how I feel about that. But, I might be different than, you know what I'm saying, than a lot of stuff like that. But I just had to look at it like, I don't want the niggas. I want the bitch who did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like in life, if people take accountability, like you did it, bro. Because some of them people were just as, like when Tootie say not to go on, when Tootie say that he was messed up, a lot of them people was broke and poor. And when you broke and somebody got so much money, you will do a lot of stuff for money. So that plays with your emotions too. The same way he got raped and it was messing up him up. Right now, R. Kelly had money and fame at the tip of his forte. So a lot of people bend their morals when you face with. That's why Deshaun Watson in his thing, because they saying his money allured them and put them in a position where they couldn't say no.
Hmm. Zay, you introduced the term Art Shelley on one show. So
I definitely
I
did.
definitely know
There's
you
a
got
bunch of those.
Shelley.
No, it's a bunch of those, but man, it's as a girl dad, it really, really sucks because, like you said, I don't want to ever see that happen to my daughter or any of my brother's daughters, anybody that I know for that reason or that fact. It is unfortunate because, as you see, and we know this, we're used to this. We're from the hood. When people want to get you, and by the people, y'all know exactly who I mean, they are going to put pen to pad and illustrate the most dangerous character there is. We've seen them do it with Bill Cosby, but we've also seen them do it with people that we know. Well, all they need you to do is be hanging around a certain person, and then they're going to illustrate a story. And it's, even though in America it says innocent until proven guilty, you're guilty until you can prove yourself innocent, which is way harder. So for R. Kelly, I'm right with you, Hardy. I have a little girl. For what you did, you do have to pay your political debt to society. Let's call it that. You got to go to jail for that. Disappointed in the parents because, again, you as parents, we're our kids' first teachers. You bent your morals. That's why your kids didn't see anything wrong with, being alone, the intimate time that they had set. I took a lot of fire, but I don't care. When it comes to my daughter, call me whatever it is you want. But I'm not going to play them games. You're going to come see me, and we're going to have a conversation about that one. I'm not one of those parents that's going to allow that because of a few dollars. And like Chris said, it is a money grab because now all of a sudden they're so distraught and they didn't know. But a check will soothe it. They'll be crying out of this eye and counting money out of this one at that man's expense. And I think that's messed up. But then the behind the scenes part about the money grab is I was reading where R. Kelly owns none of his music. So we know why you went to jail again, because now who's to fight him? You ain't got no money. First, the attack the pockets first, attack the character. He defeated. Now it's up for grab. Now it's to who has the biggest pocket or the biggest spender or investor. And we know that's going to be someone of this color 9 times out of 10. Because black people are so detested by R. Kelly on the surface. They're going to be singing this song at home and stepping in the name of love and everything else. They don't know how to separate the two. Last but not least, 30 years is gross. He does need to do time for the things that he did do, but it needs to make sense. It needs to be within reason. They always hang us. You just heard Ghislaine Maxwell, 20 years. And they had a way worse track record and way more girls from all over the country. This man was mainly in Chicago, where he grew up. And again, from being a victim or being victimized, he didn't probably see any wrong in what he was doing because it's what he saw growing up. It was his ceiling. But nobody wants to talk about that. That's why I brought up our Shelley's, because cougars and all this other stuff are celebrated now. But men, you know how that goes with us ladies. We don't need to talk about it. But that's messed up. I hate to see a black man go down, but I definitely see that. I definitely feel like if you did the time, you got to do the crime. You know how that is. Anybody who's threw a rock at the chain gang know that there's a possibility that I could go to jail. He knew that there was a possibility that he could go to jail for what he did. And at the end of the day, that's what happened. So for that, I don't have no remorse. But
Chris,
Zay, at the beginning you said you referred to they out to get him. Who was the they you was talking about?
What do you mean? You said that they are
The
out to
you
get him?
said they, and they was out to get him, and you said we know who they are.
How many times have they brought R. Kelly up on the same
Who
charges?
is the they is what I'm saying.
The people in control, the people who are the authority, whatever you want to call them. Rap police, white people, whoever you want to call it.
I push back on that one because I seen us doing that. I seen us. I seen black women getting on that TV, talking down on that man. I seen a lot of black guys getting on there condemning that man. I don't think the white men came after him. I think a lot of people that look like this went after that man, condemned that man, and put that man in jail.
And a lot of
I'm gonna
hypocrites.
push back. I'm gonna push back on you again because you just said weaponized. Who initiated the attack? Then who followed suit, as they always do. The same thing Mario was just talking about. They got their pitchforks and they came coming. No facts, all emotion. I say this all the time.
But see, I don't
emotional,
think so.
not logical.
I think in this case right here, I think we gave them the ammunition. They just shot the gun. See, I think this. When that first girl came up, it's her parent. Like right now, Jocelyn Savage, daddy, was an outrage. He want to beat the reporter up and all this. His daughter just got engaged to R. Kelly. She's 26, bro. They met at 17 when she was 4 months from being 18. Bro, your little girl, I don't like it, but she was grown, bro. Mm-hmm. Then you mad at when you want to storm R. Kelly hotel and do all that shit. She's 24 years old, bro. What the hell is you doing?
She's a grown woman.
Bro, shut your ass up and go home to your wife. Bro, I don't want to hear you right there yelling and talking about my daughter's in there. And because he keeps saying he's brainwashing her. Bro, I can't go to jail for selling lies to a woman.
The only ones that I kind of, that I ain't gonna say I kind of, but that are gross to me is the 16-year-old. Because see, we were young and that was on VHS. Like that was the dumbest thing R. Kelly could have probably ever done. But that's the evidence there, and he beat that. Behooves the hell out of me, but it happened, right? The Aaliyah situation. I'm like, all right, I hear him say Aaliyah, but everybody casually forgets that Dame Dash and Jay-Z both dated her prior to R. Kelly, but they're scot-free. It's just the attack on R. Kelly. But again, like I said,
Elvis Presley married a 14-year-old.
Yeah, there you go.
Who did that?
Elvis Presley married a 14-year-old.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like this. I think you gotta walk a thin line when men start talking this. That's why I get away from it. Because of this. A lot of men gonna say, hey, Chris, you wouldn't talk to no 19-year-old. There's no way. Hell no. That's ridiculous. And any man who's 40 who talking to a 19-year-old should be castrated, right? Until you go into Magic City, until you go into Strokers, because all of those, most of those girls are like 20, 21, 20. Those are babies still. So at the end of the day, my daughter right now, you're going to say, that's poo-poo. Yeah, she's the average age of a stripper. When I see dudes in there who old as my daddy. So no matter what you're saying, they're looking at their granddaughters on the pole. And they're not saying, I can't do it. I need a girl who's 40 up there. So I'm sorry. I just don't want to be. I'll never want to sit on the seat of a hypocrite.
I like that.
I just can't do that. And I'm sorry if people don't like it, but when you go to the strip club, it's not most of the strippers are under the age of 25.
Unless you go into the daytime.
Right. And then those are the strippers we laugh at. See what I'm saying? So let's be realistic now. Most of the strippers who are the hot thing are 21 or between the ages of 19 and 23. So, but then because we got to say law and morals. Because morally, outside of that strip club, those same girls, if you see a 45-year-old man walking with a 19-year-old or 20-year-old girl, you're going to say, that's ridiculous. And he should be ashamed of himself. I'd be the same man. Because Rick Ross was dating your girl, can't think, Leah Gore, when she was like 22. Rick Ross older than me. So that's what I'm saying. Like this happened. Puff Daddy dating a city girl right now. Come on now. She's 20. We gotta start acting like this don't happen all day long and all the time. Older men like younger women.
I'm be honest. We said this.
But I'm saying why this? And I'm gonna leave this alone. I truly want me to stop beating this dead horse. Why this? And 15 in Utah is legal. And 18 in Florida. So why? So the girls in Utah at 15 smarter than the girls at Florida at 15? Right. Mm-hmm. So that's my point. You can't have that's it. So you can't. I can't castrate this man in Florida because he's dating a 17-year-old. But in Utah, like Chris said, Elvis Presley can marry a 14-year-old. So what? That man is not no criminal too. So that's why when you get in them laws and them morals and all that kind of stuff, you can't be throwing for stones. You're in a glass house.
Mhm.
All right. Well, listen. Before I listen. I want the last two go side and side. So I'm gonna go to McDonald's gate, Chris, and then I'm gonna come back to the health and Diane because I want to roll it. Make sure it roll right. All right. This week, Chris gave this call this the conversation piece topic known as McDonald's Gate, and nobody knew what the hell we was talking about until he reminded us of the trendy video that came last week, where I posted and a few other people posted, and it went viral about a young lady who, in a video, filmed a baby daddy or her child's father come over to deliver food to his son. I guess it was lunch. He came to drop off some McDonald's to his son. The mother had three or four other kids, and she made a hysterical scene because he did not bring food for all of her kids, despite the fact that he only has one child from this lady. That video went viral and it started a social media fight between men and women for a whole week. And then you had people giving their insight and giving their replies and videos from TikTok to IG to Facebook. And it is a controversial video because it happens every day somewhere around urban America, right? Baby daddy, baby mama things will always be a thing, sad to say. And I really don't like to talk about it often because some people get triggered. And then for you know it, you're talking about everything else under the sun. So I'm just going to throw it up like a tip ball. Y'all baby daddies, y'all have it.
Well, first off, I say it like this. I thought that man was wrong, 100% wrong, and I'm gonna tell you why. That man, I seen that man, and I know it was a fictitious story. I understand that, but it was really based on the true story because it happens all the time. I say it like this. I think it was wrong simply because he was explaining himself. He was trying to reason with that woman. He was trying to get a rationale with her. He was trying to get to some kind of common ground, some kind of middle ground, or something like that. And I think that's the problem. That's your money. You make your own decision. If you don't want to buy your own damn child McDonald's, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to buy no goddamn nothing for no kid. That's her responsibility. She don't get the same treatment that of when you was together when you're not there. That's what they're trying to do now. That's what this society tries to do. Take our resources, but don't let us be present in situations. No, absolutely not. When we was together, there's a certain treatment that I'm going to give you. There's a certain certain treatment that I give to your children, but we're no longer together. We're no longer together, and you no longer get to tell me what to do with my money. Tell me what to do with my resources. My child called me. My responsibility is to my child. You don't know if I'm with another lady and I done accepted her kids, and now they're my responsibility. Again, my money, my choice. Just like your body, your choice. My money, my choice. No, absolutely not. Again, we got to make these decisions. I'm pretty sure that a child called if my child calls me and say this is what I want. I don't know, because I've been hearing some people say, well, you could have bought a Little Caesars pizza. I don't know if they had a Little Caesars pizza, and my child said, I don't want that. I want McDonald's, Dad. Okay, I'm bringing my child McDonald's. I don't see what the issue is, and I think that we're the only people that have to worry about this is in our community. Black men are the only ones that's predominantly told that we have to take care of another man's responsibility. We sit on this show every Monday and preach male accountability. This woman, I know it's a fictitious situation, but this woman chose to expose the father that's doing something. What kind of fucking stupid shit is that? Expose the guys that did the other dads that ain't doing shit. Put the camera on him. Tell the world about how sorry they is, not about how good I'm doing for my child. But I will say this. I am a bit torn, dog, because at the end of the day, I feel like this. Let's say I had to pick up my child. and I met them at McDonald's, right? If I met them at McDonald's and all them kids was there, hey, Mr. Chris, okay, well, I'll pay for all these kids some food. I don't have no problem with that. Let's say I went to come and pick up my child, and them the children was saying, Mr. Chris, can we come with you? Yes, you can come with me. And all y'all gonna eat the same thing. I'm not gonna get my child a number 4 and then get the other kids a 4. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna treat them the same when they with me. You know what I'm saying? Or let's just say you called me and was appreciative and said, hey, please, can you bring my child something? Can you and acting like you're nice, not cussing at me and acting like you run me or no shit like that. Like you're not even appreciative of what I'm doing. So the only thing I seen was wrong with that man was explaining himself. You say something, men. I'm gonna look dead in this camera. When you say something, that's the end of it. Ain't no more conversation. Ain't no more reasoning. I don't want to bring your kids nothing to eat. I brought my kids something to eat, and that's what the fuck I want to do. That's how I look at it. But y'all tell me what y'all feel.
Well, listen, I definitely wanted to catch my. That's why I threw it up as a tip ball, because you all are baby daddies, or except Mario's married. But in this sense, I'm gonna tell you why I didn't touch it
for many years.
Yeah, come on, man. Like he's there. Yeah,
I'm a veteran. I showed y'all. Y'all seen my pain. Y'all seen me crying. Y'all seen me want to get there and drive a truck into a building. But what I'm saying is, I'm a little biased because I just never been that way. You know why? Because they'll tell you when grandma could pull up on 30th Street and we all hop in there like some foreigners in the backseat of a car. She coming to get me, but she gonna take everybody to get something to eat. And that's why I started getting, like everybody love grandma. But the reason I'm a little biased is because they had to remind me one day, like, I was that kid. I'm the only one with a different father. And there was a plenty of times where food was dropped off and everybody going through the meal, and I'm looking like, like, bro, like I'm a kid. Like, nigga, like three more bucks. That's when value meals were 3 something. Like, I'm a kid, bro. And I think that's why I've always definitely should put more emphasis on the mother, right? For sure. That's why the video was interesting to me. But I was that kid, boy, like, damn, dog, like, what did I do to you? You know what I mean? So I have some bias. I'm not triggered by it, but me and my son Kendall had a conversation about it last week, and I was like, it brought me back there. I was like, damn, I'm a fucking kid, you asshole. You couldn't buy me a damn meal. But that's why I have that village concept when it comes to kids in general. Now, I will say that, like, I definitely don't never want to see my kid, your kid, or any kid disappointed, because in reality, I'm finding out every day it's too many homeless and kids, and it's kids that's not eating, bro. So that's why it's touching to me, bro. Sometimes you do have to stand in the gap when they got a ragged ass mama.
See what you said is what you said was so eloquently spoke, and it did, and you did what so many other brothers and misguided sisters did. They didn't read the context. This was not about the kids. This is not about food. It was about responsibility. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you what the word of responsibility means. The state and fact of having a duty to do something or deal with something. Having control, a thing one is required to do as part of your job, role, or obligation. Obligation, required. See all those words right there? Means it doesn't mean that I wouldn't do it. It doesn't mean that a lot of times I haven't done it. It means that it's not my responsibility. It's not my job. I don't have to do it. And if I do it, it's out of the kindness of my heart. And because I feel like, Horace, no kid should be left behind if I feel like I want to do it. Like Chris so eloquently spoke. See, that's what people do. They take a sad situation and try to mow a man down and push their agenda. The agenda was not about could the man have done it. He couldn't have. You didn't ask those questions. That one thing for sure we knew about this man, because she said it. He drives over here every day to bring his son lunch. Some niggas ain't seen their son in 10 years. So every day, the man had I know it's fictitious, but look at his car. He didn't drive up in a Benz. He drove up in a working car, two-door Monte Carlo. He couldn't even fit all them kids in there. And got out and gave his son every day of food. So that we didn't highlight that this man took time out of his day every day to feed a child that she has custody of. Every day. Came across town because she said he drove cross town to do this every day. That fuck all that. But we're gonna say you didn't do this, and because you didn't do this, you're worthless. Being worthless would mean I didn't do my job. See, I did my job, and my job was to do that. Now, would I have done that? No, I probably would have bought food for everybody. I probably, but not every day. Because if I drove over there every day to feed my son, at some point you're taking advantage of me because I am not your wife. I am not responsible for those kids. I can help when I can. But every day I buy 4 meals, I'm taking 3 other meals from my son. And my responsibility from God himself that came through my Lord was to raise mine first. I love other people's kids to death, but I have to raise. See, I have to. It's my responsibility to. This is my job to raise mine. Whether I like it or not, I have to. And when women say, "Oh, you sorry? You sorry?" Cool, I'm sorry. I have to raise my kid. And I'm only going to do what I have to do. Then anything else in overflow, I will be providing for everybody else. But nah, my first job as a human being, period, is to provide my responsibilities. And a lot of times women get that misconstrued. You laid down and had unprotected sex when condoms were made in the early 1900s, understanding that you were going to have to raise those kids. Yeah.
Y'all laid down, not you. Y'all both
Baby
laid
daddy
down,
great.
so you both got to do it. I'm gonna pray that the internet gods be with me so I can get this quick montage. I think that Chris, I'm gonna have to push back on you. I don't think that he was dead wrong at all. I think that mother was pathetic. One, for going live about that situation. That ain't 100% internet worthy. That needs to be handled in house. But the fact that she failed at her duty, like my brother says, her responsibility, that wasn't his responsibility in total. He's part owner. It took 2. That's why I said y'all laid down. You got to do half. I got to do half. I came with my half, probably. And just to clarify, would I have done that? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure that my child eats. What women fail to realize, or what that woman failed to realize, is he's not obligated to make sure that all of them eat. Now, he probably could have financed all of them to ensure that all of them ate, but your tone, and I say this all the time, the thing under your nose and over your chin is what probably got your kids to start, because he probably would have went and did it. But if you talk at a man instead of talk to a man, you're going to see what the result's going to be. We're very ignorant. Sorry, y'all call it ego, y'all call it whatever you want. We are people, we got feelings. You know what I'm saying? And those things hurt, especially when you're talking at a person because of your own shortcoming. If you really think about it, she was only upset because she couldn't do it. Because if she could have did it, she would have never made the phone call. But then that goes back into playing a part of what Chris, sorry about that, Mario said. You're using that man. But see, they don't like to say that because, you know, as a man, you're supposed to do that. Well, as a mother, you're supposed to make sure that they eat. But, you know, it's always more than one way to skin a cat. It's more than one point of view. So I say that. I've been in that situation. I understand. I know what Horace is talking about. Grandma did feed all of us. I have a child who has other siblings. My father told me what you do for one, you do for all, because of what the lady Miss Bradshaw said. It causes dissension amongst siblings. They'll start to see that she or he is getting preferential treatment, and then they'll start to treat them bad. I think that was what Joseph in the Many Colors inside the Bible. Same thing. The father treated Joseph a certain way. The other brothers and sisters hated him. So you don't want to do things like that. Say it again. But he was all their fathers. But either way it go, it still caused the dissension, is all I'm saying. You know what I mean? And in that instance, like you said, he's responsible for one thing. He came and did his job. He fulfilled his. So one of the things that I would end with is this. When you point that finger out, like they told us when we were kids, you got 3 more pointing back at you. So you really didn't expose him. You really just showed us who you really were. But I digress at the end of it, because everyone's going to say you know, what they gonna say, and I'm gonna respect your opinion. Just respect mine. I feel like it's not a touchy situation. I feel like it's cut and dry. If you needed food for all of the kids when that initial call was made, hey, have some humility. But again, that's asking for too much, because now you feel, some people feel like they're begging. But at the end of the day, as a real father, a real man, he wouldn't have had a problem with it. The only problem that I could see and that I'll stand on is affordability, because we don't know what that man's pocket is. You said something, Hardy. We said he pulled up in a working man's car. He may not have been able to feed all of them. At which point, I probably would have came and got my kid, and then you understand what I'm saying? But say that again.
She said no and threw the food away.
Yeah, so
that's what I'm saying. Not only that, we all pay for them. We all pay for them kids. She talked about getting stamps on certain days. Our taxpayer dollars pay for them goddamn kids. So we take care of all of. When does she take care of her kids? Because the food stamps that the taxpayers pay takes care of that. The father is taking care of the burden. I'm pretty sure he's taking care of the financial burden of his child. You're not. When do you talk about the other fathers that you decided to lay down with? When do you expose them? No. The only, like I said again, the only thing that man was wrong for explaining himself. He should have brought that food and said, "I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Here's the food. If you decide to throw it away, then you got to explain that to your child why he's hungry, and make sure you tell him that you threw away his food because his daddy came. His daddy gonna show up every damn time."
Let me get this off before Tootie say this. If a meal is $7, it's 30 days in a month. That's $210 a month that he doing for one child.
Times 3.
Hold up. Yeah, for other 3 children, that's $840 a month. So everybody keep talking about. See, I'm a number guy. So everybody keep talking. I would. Cool. He said every day. They said every day. So every day for a year, that's $2,500, $2,520 for his one child. For 4, it's $10,080. So all these, I don't got $10,080.
For your,
I don't got another $7,000 out there, just to be, because right now when Christmas time comes, so what I got to buy everybody presents. When school time comes, I got to buy everybody school. That's what I'm saying. Like I can't. Right now, the average person right now they're saying you almost got to make $100,000 to even survive. So right now, having kids is expensive. Period. Just having one child. So now you want me to just take on 3 more? Oh no, I can't.
For an ungrateful motherfucker that can't even say thank you, man.
Thank you.
Y'all crazy.
Now, and then I agree with Tootie. Now I'm not disregarding what Tootie's saying, because and they said this. I agree. The bipartisan of, because I can't do it. His brothers might be upset with him. His sisters might be upset with him. And guess what else? The other kids might feel like, damn, Mr. Hardy ain't shit. He keep bringing little Mario all the food. And guess what I'm going to say? Hey, sometime in life, that kid going to learn a valuable lesson. Favor ain't fair, and life ain't either. So we're going to have to get out here and get this shit, my brother.
Look what it did to Horace. Now he buy the village food because it taught him a lesson.
He knows what it feel like to be left out. That's what it is. It's always lessons in life. And unfortunately, that was a hard one, but it was a lesson nonetheless. That's what I saw.
Straight up.
Oh, for real, this shit crazy, bro. I don't think people understand money. Like
the sad part.
I hate the entitlement that you think that you have the audacity to not understand to say thank you. Because even Horace, right now, if a bitch talk to you like that, you can love the kid and be like, bro, I don't even want this. Is crazy, bro. Like because this is crazy the way she did. It didn't through the food. So now,
but the saddest part is this: you did the math on it, and this is the audacity for me. That same woman will probably run around and say his broke ass. Hey, that was a lot of money you called out just a second ago. That hard, you know, like I don't think some niggas paying that in child support. Bro, and I guarantee you, if that individual is on child support, that is extra money that he has to shell out. In this already hard, man, come on. So
what if he's in another relationship with another woman with kids? Now all of a sudden he got to take care of all these people. What does that do to his personal child?
And he got
to divide it 5 times.
Listen, baby daddies, I want to give y'all the baby lesson here. Well, I retired.
This man ain't married. Named woman that he had a child with, and he calling us baby daddies.
Yeah, I
Thank you,
corrected
Chris.
my wrong.
Yeah, you motherfuckers is baby daddy. Sorry.
Yeah, you ain't married
You
now,
too.
woman. You had a
Hey, just
child
because
with.
they grown don't mean you are what you call it?
Zay,
Excuse, sir.
Zay, don't
Yes.
move too much. You glitchy up there, all right? Listen, I want
The
you
lion
to
gods are with
know
me.
one thing. This young man should have known, dealing with that character in that video. The best box usually has the most mental cost.
You ain't lying.
I'm trying to tell you.
But
The
see, but I
best-
ain't trying, another thing too. You know how people always say, and my mama, listen. So I'm not saying
drank
I don't
that.
understand this right here, but when that's what make a man see a woman and say, "Bro, you already got kids. I don't feel like dealing with this shit." Because then I'll fuck around and have a kid from you, and now you already had two dumbass niggas who right before me, but now I got to pick up their feet, and then even now I got my child mixed up with all y'all, and all I want to do is be a good daddy to my child. I don't want to be like Ray Senior and Jonathan Senior. I want to be Mario Senior. So Mario Senior saying it didn't work out with me and you, but I want to still be here for my child. But now I got to be Ray Daddy and all them because I laid with you. That's why I tell men, I'm not talking to the women no more. This the camera. Watch, don't fall victim to that. Hey man, it's okay to date a woman with make sure she's taking care of herself before you enter that door, and you need to find out what kind of relationship them kids got with their daddy. You got to find that out because you walking into the door listening to her point of view. That's just one side. You need to hear that other side.
Don't get caught in that. Don't get caught in
I'm
that
gonna look in there.
package deal trap.
I'm gonna look in the camera. I'm gonna be the advocate to tell you talk to the child's father off the rip, so there is no discrepancy. Don't take a one-sided pose to this and then all of a sudden start doing what we've seen most people do, and that's casting a depiction of this person you don't have no knowledge of. Have a conversation with that individual and see what's happening. And you may not be where you at the end of that conversation once you realize who really the culprit. But again, it takes some maturity. It takes some gray hairs and some wisdom. You got to go through a little something. Everybody ain't been through it. You know, some people love to hear one side of the story and then they become geniuses. Hey, man, do your due diligence. Figure this thing out, fellas. That's what I say.
All right. Well, baby daddies of America, since I see this got y'all triggered, some more than
not at all. It's true.
Shit me. Listen, this is perfect transition. Since I seen you triggered, I got one. I don't even know. You like on 5 megapixels up there, dog.
Are we gonna say something about him being acting all sophisticated today with the goddamn wine and shit? And he might got a candle.
I'm militant. You see this Black Panther? Am I armed fatigue? I'm militant.
No, because look like he on the goddamn. You like he on the flip phone camera.
No kill.
I'm live in color. That's all you need to know.
No, fuck you not. We got to get you some upgrades.
I can see me in your glasses. It
lean
don't
into
look
the
so
lean
bad.
right there. Come on. No, I need you to lean right there. I need you there. You goddamn studio camera going crazy. Hey, since I got y'all all triggered, I want to do a mental check on y'all, man. You know, I'm not the spiritual leader of this group at all. That's Mario. But last week I did feel heavy, man. I called my brother Chris. I got to do better. I talked to Zay more than I wanted to last week. I talked to Mario once or twice. No, it did not. You triggered me, Xavier. But I did talk to Chris, and I felt, we got to do better than that, and I did. I talked to my brother, man, and with the stats on suicide rates and black men and all the things that you already got to deal with, from prejudice, racism, on the job stuff, fatherhood, unresolved childhood trauma, family issues, ill relatives. I'm giving a mental health check-in. I know y'all not doing, I ain't gonna say you're not doing good, but everybody has been going through something. I told Mario was preaching on the show last week, and I'm like, yeah, God is good. And right after that, devil busted my goddamn life like, nigga, please. I got something to say about that. I've been catching hell for the last 3 weeks, boy. So, hey, how y'all doing, Flaming Hot, Ryder Chris?
Well, it's not been good, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. When you call me, it's like I still have trouble just letting it out because I don't like to I don't want to get emotional, but it's a lot of shit going on, dog. Like I got an auntie that's sick in the hospital now. You know what I'm saying, and who knows if who knows. She's up there. She's 60 or she's about to be 60. So who knows what's gonna happen. I hope her situation turns around as the whole family is rooting for that, but who knows? Um, Job wise, man, I had an audit. I have since I'm a new manager. This was my first audit, and I didn't do well at it. Um, they only three. They happens every 3 years, and I just didn't do well. So I'm gonna have to refocus at the job. I'm gonna have to. I don't want to be. I don't want to be that type of manager, but those things represent me. And if I ever want to move up, then I'm those things that I gotta clean up. And not only that, man, I got a 14-year-old. Shout out to my daughter. She turned 14 Saturday. But dog, I don't. Dog, that's so scary, dog. She about to go to high school, and it's like I don't know, dog. Like it's I don't know, dog. It's like now for some reason, every time I drop her off back home, bro, that shit getting harder and harder. It just don't get easier. Like I'm starting to get like really really emotional again when I drop her off, and I don't know. I don't know what to do, dog. I really don't know what to do. So yeah, it's a lot of shit going on right now, but we had a good time for her birthday. We did get rained out and everything like that, and then even with that, dog, like some of my family, bro, like some of my family and close friends is like some people that I expect to reach out to her on a birthday don't do it, and there's some people, especially family members, man, I look out for their kid. I'd go the extra mile for their kid, and for my daughter to not get a call, that kind of it kind of pissed me off. Like I done a lot for your child, man. Give my daughter a call. My daughter ain't mean to nobody. I make sure she called her family on her birthday, on their birthdays and stuff like that, dog. And for it to not to get reciprocated, it kind of pissed me off. And I don't know how to handle that because I don't want to have a grudge. But you didn't call my daughter on her birthday, and I make sure she call you on your birthday. I make sure for your kids, and that kind of I'll leave it like that, dog. I'll leave it like that.
Bro, we're gonna pray for you. You got a lot of things going on, especially as far as your loved one that's ill. As far as your baby girl, I'm gonna tell you, embrace that ride, man. Don't be afraid. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy it. Take in every moment, but also use as its teachable moments. You know what I'm saying? With her transitioning to a young lady, she's just began teens last year. She's 14, so she's a sophomore at this teen thing. It just means you're getting better at it, Father. That's all I got for you with that. As far as the family thing, man, or close friends and stuff like that, I hope I'm not one. I told you I was late. I said my piece, but I say it again because my intentions were to pull up on you. But I digress. We could talk about that later. I will say this though: use those moments to show your daughter. You feel me? Like the loved ones and the love and how that love is dispersed. Not for her to be resentful and hold grudges, but for her to be a better character of herself, or better, CEO of herself, so she knows how to dull out whatever love she has for them. Because she needs to understand that in life there are going to be certain people that are related to me that might don't love me the way I love them. And that's all right. I control how I deal with them, so to speak. But again, you're a great father. I know that you'll be able to get that lesson off to her. I'm here. You can always call me again. Like I said, if I hadn't had car troubles, my thing was to pull up on you and hopefully catch her because I had my daughter and I was in Orlando this weekend. So, bro, I hate to see you going through that. As one who been in the dark and in the shadows, I know how that totally feels. On the other hand, I can't say, what I'm saying, I'm in that place right now. Everything has been all right for me. It's been going well. When I get my little hiccups like that, I've learned how to just step back instead of step in, because most of the times when those things happen to me, I'm having to try. I'm like you. I'm trying to figure out why this, why that. No, I'm sitting back and I'm saying, God, what are you showing me? And then I'm governing Zay accordingly after that. Because never ever again, I feel as long as God with me, I'm gonna let individuals pull me out of who I am, the character that I am. And I want you to do the same. Don't allow anybody to pull you or Cupcake out of y'all character. Chris, you are who you are. Your heart is big. That's why you do the things that you do. The people that haven't done them things don't know how to do it. You might be able to have a conversation with them and teach them that, but you definitely can have that conversation with Cupcake and teach her that, because that's going to become one of her strengths. She's going to get it from you. So for me, everything, life ain't great, but it's good. I'm very grateful. I take everything that God gives me. I got a chance to take my daughter to Disney this weekend. We got a chance to be a part of a birthday party, a family celebration. Anybody knows me know I love family, and I love those times, probably because I was the only kid from mom. So I like when I get to be around families and it's all love. You know what I'm saying? And I try to show my daughter that. You know what I'm saying? So we got a chance to do that. Disney was hot as hell and expensive. And I was complaining, and I'm a Florida resident. So when individuals who are friends with me that didn't stay in Florida saw how much I paid and were like, oh, that's nothing, I shut my damn mouth. Grateful. Now, God is funny, Horace. Like you said, we've been doing a lot of praising God, this, that, and the other. I get up there. I didn't take a rental car this time. I took my truck up there, and the alternator went out. God damn it. It's all right, though. See, in life, you either got time or you got money. I had some money, so I bought a new alternator. I paid somebody to put it on. Hey, goddamn it, we got on the road, and it was still a great weekend. I just had to be sidelined for about 3 or 4 hours, but it was okay. So for that, I'm continuing to give God thanks, because I'm alive and I have another shot to make that little bit of money back. It ain't nothing but some money. It's okay. But we had a ball, and that's all that really, really mattered. So that made my week, and I'm beginning my week with you guys, and getting a chance to talk to you guys made the rest of my weekend just fine and dandy. Shout out to Cupcake. Hardest shout out to you. You guys got a chance to have the second baby shower. It was a drive-by. I was able to be in attendance to the first one. I had a prior obligation this weekend, so I couldn't be there for Luigi. But you already know how we rock and roll. I'm definitely gonna be there throughout, so you don't never have to worry about that. But I definitely wanted to tip my hat to you, my brother. So that's how Zay's weekend go. How did yours go?
Mine was good. I kind of it's crazy because we talking about that was Tiffany Jones just said what I was gonna tell Chris, and everybody else, because this about mental check-in, so I ain't gonna harp on him. But Horace, me and Horace talked last week because it was crazy. Because you're right. After we got through talking and we was in good spirits, and he was telling me some stuff he was going through, and he has expressed to me, a couple times. I know he don't mind me sharing it, that he was trying to work on praying, and what I'm saying. So we've been going over that. So we were praying together on something that he was waiting for. You know what I'm saying? So I was checking in on him, to make bro, what's up? You know what I'm saying? I talked to all y'all at some point. You know what I'm saying? But I knew he had been waiting on this. You know what I'm saying? And so if I hit it, I heard him say that a couple times. Bro, I don't know how to pray. I don't even. So I was like, bro, we gonna just, and I'm gonna keep praying with you and keep checking. Don't worry about it. 'Cause I understand how this prayer thing works. So a lot of people think I ask, I get it, but sometimes prayer is just to be able to give you strength to get to know. So understanding that part of life is where I'm at right now. Sometimes you pray and then God give you the strength because he finna tell you no. And that's a whole different level of understanding. You know what I'm saying? So when I started listening to that kind of stuff, I talked to Chris, what I'm saying, but I knew he had Cupcake. I know how it is with girls, you bring on all their friends and then it'd be a whole, it's just a weekend, you know what I'm saying, with girls when they get in that age right there. Every time you can spend with them is quality time, because high school gonna go so fast and they're gonna be so active in their life because everything gonna be matter so much to them in high school, because that's when she become a little woman. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told, that's just it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that pulling away, I mean that you're protected by heart. So that feeling of easiness right now, that's not gonna go away because you're protected. So I would say when you pray for strength, because it's not gonna change. You just want to be able to have the right words to say and the patience to deal with it, because that's not gonna change. Kylie growing up to be a beautiful girl inside and out, that's not gonna change. You know what I'm saying? She got to grow up. because if you start growing, then you know the other end. So I had a great time. Jaleesa, we had a big first Super Mario Junior birthday. I mean, baby shower was pretty big. Renting out a thing, had all this stuff, and to me, I'm frugal McDougal, and I didn't like the amount of money we spent. So I vowed to never do that again. And she promised
No,
me
bro.
that we were having drive by until I got a tent the size of my driveway and 5 tables delivered that I was getting commissioned to pay for. And it turned into a whole good old party. And my whole street was filled up. And I have 6 garbage cans in front of my house right now filled with plates and drinks and everything because it was a party. It was supposed to be a drive by. But I digress on that. I was happy because a lot of people came. A lot of people came from my old job where I don't work there no more and came and like, bro, I wouldn't miss this for the world. So, it always say that I understand what Chris saying because some people reached out to me like I knew what y'all had to do. I knew, what I'm saying? Like I told y'all don't worry about it. It was a drive. It's supposed to be a drive by. So a lot of my friends, I knew what it was. But then some of them, I was like, damn, bro, you were right here. You didn't. But see, I learned a long time ago. Responsibility. Responsibility. That word again. See, I keep telling you, sometimes you're gonna understand it's not the heart, it's not that you saying no to them, it's just that you saying yes to you.
Fact.
And you gotta understand, saying yes to you, especially when your daughter, see, when my kids, I felt exactly how Chris felt. I'm Uncle Mario to so many little kids. To so many little kids. And then, but Poo Poo only got one daddy, that's Mario. See, so she don't have that luxury. So I can't keep being uncle before I'm daddy. And I have to look at that because that's how my money was. You know what I'm saying? So I say, man, she out in that situation. It's out the just like I told y'all for my wedding. The people that need to be there and the people that come through is the ones that God sent. So I'm all right with it. So I had a great weekend. I talked to you. Poo Poo, Cupcake had a good weekend. I talked to Horace. He had a good weekend. He was out there barbecuing and lighting the city up, getting into some good trouble.
Yeah.
I talked to Zay. Zay made it up there safe and got back home. So I had talked to y'all, so I knew I had a good weekend. You know me. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that mattered to me. Because at this point in my life, shit, I understand trouble gonna come. I just trusting in God ain't gonna last always. And I can say that to you too, because that's just the life we live as men.
Yeah. Listen, I will say, Mario witness, boy, I was like, life been so good. And then all of a sudden I got like 3 years worth of 3 weeks, boy. I was like, I'm just gonna take it because you never say what else can happen. They're like, okay, I got you. But honestly, man, this weekend, I don't remember Friday. I think I was with Don. I think I was with Don Friday. Now, I think we hung out like a crew. Me, Don, Ronnie. That hadn't been a while. We're all busy. I think we hung out Friday, which was good. Saturday, West Palm Beach, Gaines Park. We had the great smoke out, man. Everybody, it was just one of them days, bro. We just sat out in the park. They had barbecue, Chris.
Oh, my bad. Could you say smoke out? I thought. Never mind.
Smoke out had food.
Never mind.
God, I'm sorry, Chris. Yeah, the great smoke I had food. The Masons and a few of the fraternity guys just got together in the park, had samples of barbecue, they had a contest to see who had the best. Bro, Gaines Park was nice, decent weather. And then Saturday, due to, what's going on in the city, man, we got right across from Johnny Longboats and had a drive to get people to sign these petitions. I thought we was going to be on the beach. So I had a bag all prepared with blankets and beverages and all that, but they did the black way. We had a gazebo. So, I'm working on a new life adventure. I'm on a new life. I'm doing something right now. We'll see how it go, man. Me and Mario are both on 2 different new journeys. And so as much encouragement I gave to him, I'm needing my damn self now because, it's an interesting endeavor that I'm going through now. So I would just say, hey, man, nothing good come easy, and I'm always standing in the paint. So, hey, I really encourage you guys. Zay, did you put a hand up?
I did. I just wanted to know if that was your spend the night bag you took to the beach or what you had.
Zay, I am. Listen, let me tell you something, boy. I am focused on the Lord. Okay, I do not give my body freely. Okay, I'm looking for a queen right now. Okay, I am not Mr. Pickles in the park. Okay,
No, you looking for something
She
right
was in the
now?
park though.
that's
She
what
was
you're
in the
supposed to say,
park.
Chris. That's the stuff you're supposed to say. You know what I mean?
Tell me, how was that barbecue? Because I didn't get a chance to go because I was out of town. I did see you go live and just, I know, expound on it a little bit more for the people because I'm not. I know we talked about the city politics in the beginning and stuff like that, but how important was that barbecue in front of them? I was thinking that you guys were gonna reserve the tables and do the water thing, but I get that hasn't popped yet. But how was that? How impactful was that? How did the business owners treat you guys? Did they say anything or did they do anything like they did at the event, which kind of was the catalyst to everything? And that's my question. Sorry.
Well, listen, everyone. The important part is give an example. When I moved away, when I was in Atlanta back in the day, we're from here, so we don't really appreciate that we stay in places that people come to vacation at, right? Going to the beach, we take for granted. We got 3 different beaches. So now that you have a great exodus of people coming from Canada, New York, California, we don't really go to the beach. And if we do, we ain't even getting in the water. You know, I mean, we might hang out under the bridge for a little current section here and there. But I think by us not going out and really being visible on the beachfront or all that, I think people got used to being like, okay, they don't come across the bridge, this our thing, and they start to tailor things to their community. But one thing you're not gonna tell black people what to do is what they can't do. That is one thing you don't do. So somebody moving to our city and saying y'all can't come over. Oh, every time we try to have an event, telling going out of the way to make sure that the events don't happen. It was important because, to be honest, it's sad that in 2022 we were out having fun. I've never seen everybody politics aside having fun. I made a couple videos, but the interesting part was to see the people who were not from our community coming by videoing, filming. You had people look like they were bothered by us being out at the beach or in the park in our community. So that's why
So
it was impactful. So sometimes you got to make the trouble people, you got to make them uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like at some point, you got to stand up, and that's what we did. Doug was out there, Trodrick was out there, I was out there, Ronnie the Mayor was out there. Hell, Doug and Tiffany, I got them on video getting spanked
Yeah.
in a card game.
I think was
Was
the
ostracized because I don't know how to play cards. They redeemed themselves later, but I posted the video of them getting whooped. So that's why it was important not to ramble on.
Molly Walk was the language that you used, which was hilarious. But
Feelings.
to hear that, and the reason why I asked you that, Horace, not to kind of go on, but Lynn Hubbard brought up a real important fact, and I don't know if a lot of people noticed that when we were at that meeting. And I remember that when she said it, I thought it was 60%. But when they redid, it's interesting to see the people that don't want to see us on our beach, which is crazy because when they revamped the beachfront, it was supposed to be, I thought was 60%, but it's 51% small black businesses supposed to have those storefronts in space. But again, that's where we drop the ball as people, and we don't know. So outside of Rock Fitness, which is on the backside, doesn't even have the ocean view. It's on the black business. I knew that was over there. So it was hilarious to see me to hear you say that those people were out there being the who we know them to be. You know what I'm saying? That the terrorists and the antagonists, and not allowing us to have fun or people to have fun. I'm tired of saying us. We're humans just like you're human. Let us live like we let y'all live. When we do something, which was hilarious, we have a beach party with pimps and hoes. They have a beach party with the same attire. I don't understand how women in bathing suits become hoes, because the last time I checked, every time I go to the beach, women have on bikinis or bathing suits. It's the attire that you wear at the beach. But they just make so much drama and trouble for no reason at all. And I was glad to see you guys on via your live have a ball. Hey Doug, heard y'all got Molly Wop. Boston.
Listen, hey, I'm glad we came together, but the battle between light and dark continues. I was humiliated because I didn't know how to play cards, and that person, Douglas Lawson, he belittled me in front of amongst our peers because I didn't know how to play cards, and proceeded to get mollywopped on live video. But he redeemed himself later. But I'm not gonna never show that film. So perception is everything. Hey, fellas, we got one more. What y'all want to do?
I call it a night.
Hey, make them stick around the
Yeah.
next week. Yeah, make them stick around the
Listen,
next week.
I do want to highlight the ad. 2 weeks ago on the beach, they had Jeeps on the beach, right? With
Fact.
Confederate flags and white t-shirt contests. One thing America has is hypocrisy. I just don't
Yeah.
understand it. I just don't understand it. So the guys that had the event, the Wet Dreams, cuz them, listen,
Yeah, shout out to them
on
boys.
public
IMAC,
email,
George.
it highlighted how them guys did they work. I mean, if you were to look at the setup from security to the cabanas, the tables, all of that, I commend them guys for being excellent. Because one thing they would do if things ain't right, they would highlight this and that. No, that team
Didn't
came
miss a beat.
professionally and checked off every box. So, hey, highlight to them, and that is what filled the chambers this week. And also salute to Douglas Lawson, District 5. Salute to Trodrick McCoy. Salute to Mayor Ronnie Felder because they also pretty much carried the torch that meeting.
Oh,
The comments, the questions. I really, boy,
Patrick Thug Life McCoy.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Listen, hit
bro,
him up. Yeah, he hit him
bro.
up.
Doug, I done got
Auditions as a rider.
yeah. Listen,
I ain't
I
mad
might
at him.
remix that video, man. So shout out to them guys because when you elect people, that's what you want to see them do, and that's what them guys did that week. They really stood in the paint and made things happen. So even though Doug don't really give me the love like I think I should get sometime, he really was the people's champ this week. So shout out to everybody in Riviera Beach for coming together and being the Riviera Beach that we all grew up and fell in love with. All right. I'm gonna
Amen.
go around real quick. Closing comments. Zay, I'm gonna go to you before we lose you.
Hey, man, listen. Before the internet guards take me out, you know what I got for y'all. Share this clip with everybody. Damn that. Damn who you think need to hear. Just share it with everybody, okay? Start tagging people. That's all we ask. We don't ask for much. Mario, shout out again. I called you, but again, publicly, my brother, congratulations on that. You know what I'm saying? I know you seem stressed when I called you. That's why I said I was calling to check on you. I'll holler at you later, Chris. You're doing a wonderful job with our niece. Brother, keep going. Stop being afraid. Watch her bloom. Just be there to guide her steps. Tudor, I'm sorry, Commissioner Towns. I can't tell y'all that's brother love, bro. Keep them speeches, keep that knowledge, keep that fire going. Don't stop what you're doing. I was even telling you need to go a step further, but you don't want to listen to me because I'm the little brother. But bro, you need to keep on going, doing what you're doing. You know what you're doing. And I want you to keep doing that. For everyone else, I appreciate y'all spending y'all Monday with us. No, we went long. That's what she tells us. And I just like to say I like Horace's glasses. Good night.
Hey, shout out to Tiffany Jones, who actually spelled Molly Watt right. All right, I'm sorry, God. Super Mario Senior.
Hey, like Zay said, I appreciate y'all coming out. I appreciate y'all staying with us, and I appreciate y'all doing this every Monday. Like I said, man, I seen Shelly. I really appreciate you. You followed the assignment to the T. You have been our amplifier when we had no power. You had your own generator. You've been screaming it from the top of your lungs to watch us. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, and we appreciate you. So I want that to catch fire like the fires in Los Angeles in the summertime. Just keep burning all through the internet because right now I feel like we should be heard on a big stage and on a big network. You know, that's just what I feel. And most of the time, I feel the right stuff. So just keep sharing and keep sharing and keep sharing. And once again, I appreciate you, Shelly, because I honestly seen your post multiple times this week.
Yeah.
Shouting out us and saying a positive and a good word. And that's all it takes. That's all it takes. Nobody got to the top by themselves. And all it takes is people who saying, I love you in private to say it in public. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Humbly, thank you. Humbly, thank you.
All right, I already went to Flaming Hot. Hey, listen, I want to give a shout out to.
You did not go to.
Oh, I didn't go to Flaming Hot.
Chris will be fine.
Right, Leo.
Hey, look, I love the Energy Riviera, man, coming out to support Black events. But there is another Black event that I want to tell you about. It is the annual Blackout hosted by Lolly Hutchinson. Last year we was in it. We won't be in attendance this year per se, but our spirits are there. But we want to just give a big shout out to him, man, for having a long running consecutive annual event that's always top of the line, always brings the city out, always bring the great attire. We want to give a big shout out to you, man. July 16th. I wish I could be there, but this year, just unfortunately, we won't be able to make it. But you guys check that out. It's always a blast.
All right, hey, closing out, I want to give a shout out. Listen, this is rare that I do. I want to give a shout out to one of my best friends, Dawn Wynn, who held me down last week. She know what she did, and actually, I hung out. Listen, one thing I tell y'all about Dawn, bro, she is hilarious, man. Everybody thinks she's so. You know, she is an educated woman, but she's actually real down to earth, man. So got to give her a shout out for holding me down last week and really being a friend. So Don Wynn will give you props on that. You already talked about the Blackout. They say you're not going, but he'll probably be there with some kind of short set tuxedo and some flip flops.
I will not be in attendance this year, my brother.
And nipple
I will
ring.
not be in attendance. No. That's gonna be your outfit. I'm gonna be somewhere enjoying my birthday. Lolly, my man, got to take a rain check on you this year. I'll be there with you in spirit. I'll promote you, but I will not be there physically this year.
Well, I tell you what, Zay.
I just
birthday, but I will not be you out.
Yeah, I can't make it. I ain't never hit nothing after the Blackout, so I don't.
Might be your fault though.
McGavin.
Yeah, it might be your fault though. So
it might be.
Yeah. So hey, thank y'all for watching us. Hit the share button. Tell a friend. Hell, you ain't got to share. Just send it to that homegirl that need to hear this. Send it in her DM.
Amen.
Peace out.